Question 7a was done really well. Question 7b, as it came from an exam paper, was not done very well. And let me just show you on the calculator. You can do 7a directly on the calculator. It's that same menu we've been going into in Equation Solver, but this time it's a simultaneous equation with two unknowns, an x and a y, or an a and a b here. You just type in the numbers that we're seeing there, 4, 3 and 22, and the other ones are 5, -4 and 43, and it tells you the two answers are 7 and -2. So A equals 7 and B equals -2. We can use that from the calculator, so we now know what we're aiming for. But how would you do this? I think most people times the top one by 3 and the second one by 4. They got 16 A's plus 12 B's equals 88. And what's that? 15 A's minus 12 B's equals 129. And then they've added those two equations together. Adding those two equations, adding them together to cancel out the B's is giving us 31 A's equals 217. And divide both sides by 31 gives us A equals 7. If you know that A equals 7, you then put it back in here. 4 times 7 plus 3B's equals 22. So that's 28 plus 3B's equals 22. 3B's equals -6. B is -2. Well, most of you want to see, though, part B. And the biggest mistake that people did was that they thought that you could square root everything. They thought that if you square root all of that, and you square root all of that, you could say that x plus y is equal to 5. That is wrong. You cannot square root all of those two things. Look, for example, 3 squared add 4 squared equals 25, doesn't it? But if you square root those, is 3 plus 4 equal 5? No, it's not. You cannot square root both sides. What you had to do here was rearrange this to make y equals 13 plus 3x. Then you drop this in here. So our next line is x squared plus 13 plus 3x all squared equals 25. Squaring the bracket gives us 169 plus 9x squared, but don't forget the middle bits as well. You've got 39x's and another 39x's, so we've got 78x's there. The quadratic we get to at the end is 10x squareds plus 78x's, and here we've got 169, take away 25 to get 144 equals 0. Quadratic equation, out comes the calculator again. Mode, equations, quadratic there, and we're going 10. And some of you did it by completing the square, some of you divided first, but here's our answers. X is -3, but there's another answer as well. It's -24/5. They're just the X numbers. We need to know what the Y numbers are as well. The Y numbers, well look, we've said what the Y numbers are. The Y numbers are 13 plus 3x. 13 plus 3x. Let's calculate that when x is -3. It tells us that the y value was going to be 4. Let's calculate it again. This time we're calculating it with an x value of -24 divided by 5. And that tells us that the y value is -7/5. All I've been doing there is use the calculator to drop the values into there. That was a tough question for most people.